concerns that you're hearing or questions so that he can address them during the process. So.
WATTS?
WATTS, yeah, I kind of like Paul.
So, do you want to give us a little, you know?
I kind of
Yeah.
prepared just a little statement that I'll
That'd be great,
probably
and then we
read
can-
just so I don't miss anything.
Okay, then we can go, we can answer questions from there, that'd be great.
Yeah, should be fine. My company's What's Up Incorporated, which is a little play on my last name, and we're a Michigan company that's been in business for 30 years. We do special event marketing. We produce some of the largest and most successful events in the Detroit area, including the Downtown Hoedown, the Plymouth Ice Spectacular, the Motor City Music Awards, the Praise Fest, the Downriver Hot Country Jam and Wyandotte for years. That's a few. I've got some more information for you that goes beyond that, but that's the highlights. We're real proud that our events have withstood the test of time, and in every case have been a benefit to the local businesses in the community and the community itself. And we've worked with them, and in some instances with some of the larger events, we've actually generated millions of dollars in revenue and taxes in the different communities we've worked with the larger events. We take a proactive rather than an inactive approach to event planning, and we're working with the police and fire and recreation departments here in Taylor to develop and execute a well-defined plan for Heritage Days. Just as a little background, my company produced the entertainment at the previous festival for 12 years, and we had a good operation, and it was very successful. We intend the new Taylor Heritage Days event to be a public and private partnership endeavor that will be a benefit to your community and that you and we can be very proud of. On the fiscal side, the event will be a revenue producer for the city of Taylor, as they bear no financial risk, but rather a guarantee by What's Up a park rental fee and reimbursement for all agreed upon city of Taylor services and equipment used. The event will also support area nonprofits like the Taylor South Little League's Junior League World Series, and Mr. Greg Bazoo is here somewhere. We've worked with him for a while and have helped support that program, as well as the recreation department and some other things in town. The Downriver Fish and Lowe's Happy Souls 5K race contacted us and wanted to be part of the event, and they'll kick off their Happy Souls race on Sunday morning, and it's one of their major fundraisers, so we're excited about having them on board. We've also included the Miss Downriver Scholarship Pageant. It's a fledgling operation that started last year, and they're trying to grow it this year and have contestants from all the Downriver communities. The girls will compete, and hopefully someone from Downriver will go to the state championships and win some scholarships. I don't have any control over that, but we're hopeful. With Jeff Gobeck's help, the Taylor Rotary Children's Fishing Derby will also take place on Sunday, so there's some community activities, and we can find some more, we'll include those as well. Just a brief overview of the event. We're going to have a carnival this year. It's a new company called Elliott Amusements. I've got some information on them here. They're also Michigan-based. It's a smaller and a more family-friendly carnival than has been here in the past, with a little less teen feel and kind of a throwback to the earlier days of Taylor festivals and carnivals. They're very clean, they're competitively priced, and I really like this part. They're eco-friendly. Their operation is totally biodiesel, all their trucks and their whole operation runs on biodiesel fuel, so that's kind of neat. And the other neat part is that they don't play a lot of rap and hip-hop music so loud that you can't hear yourself, so I guess I'm getting old.
Greg, you don't want to go through that, but what we've talked about, what do you mean by the more family-friendly, smaller?
The rides aren't, for the larger carnivals, the larger rides tend to be less of an appeal to smaller children because they can't go on, and like the big flumes and the real loud and raucous type thing. So they do have some of those rides, but it's not the focus. There's plenty for the smaller children can go on. And I've worked with them in Warren and other places, and I've checked them out, and they're a really nice family. They worked here with another carnival company before, and they do an excellent job and have a great reputation as far as cleanliness and their labor force that works there.
We talked about, and Councilman Deal asked that question last meeting, about kind of the reputation that some of the carnivals, the
Carnivals-
labor force of some of the carnivals kind of take with them from town to town. You spoke to that in our last meeting, that this had a much better reputation.
I checked them out. They do the Sumter Festival and other festivals. I checked them out before I started working with them about 5 years ago, and with some other people I know in the business, and they have an excellent reputation. And as far as I know, they have no problems in any of the communities that they work in. And you are correct, there's a lot of carnivals that have transient people that they hire and that can't cause trouble. But I guess I can't say guarantee, but I'm positive that we won't have any incidents or any problems. I wouldn't bring them here if I thought that we would. We're going to also have a fireworks show. The fireworks show is not the gala extravaganza that was here before for a couple reasons. One, we can't afford that, and number two, I don't think it's necessary. It'll be a nice fireworks show, more contained to the park area for viewing. Won't be as high up in the sky, more ground pyrotechnics. In the past, they've shot off shells that were, they're 5 or 6 inch shells. The larger the shell, the higher it goes. We're not doing anything over 4 inches, and I've been assured that it will be visible for about a half-mile radius, which is pretty much the Heritage Park area. We're going to have a security firm that I work with who does MIS, Arts, Beats, and Eats. Did many events with me in Hart Plaza. They're licensed and bonded and are experts in crowd control and crowd security. And that's in conjunction with the police. They're not armed. They're more of a checking people at the gates and making sure people aren't bringing in the wrong things and keeping an eye on what's going on. And we have a media partnership this year with some Cumulus radio stations, WDRQ, Dog FM, and WDVD 96.3. They're sister stations of a station you all probably know, the flagship station WJR here in Detroit. Dog FM is a classic rock station, but not as old as like WOMC. And 96.3 is a more female-oriented hit station, which appeals to families, because that's who we're trying to bring in for this event. Dog FM is moving their highly successful Dog Fest here, which has taken place for 6 years, both at Freedom Hill and DTE Energy Music Center, and we're really excited about that because it's a nice event and should be a boon to our festival. And they're going to be having a fireworks party. We're going to have a concert. We've contacted the Romantics to a Detroit band to close the show, and we have some other people on that day, including some a tribute band called Zeropa, which is a U2 tribute band. Lene Winnie, a Taylor resident who's been on our stage every year. We've been here since she was a little girl. We'll open the festival that day. We're also talking to groups like a KISS tribute band. There will be a Battle of the Bands contest on Dog FM, and the winner of that will perform that night as well. And we're going to have a meeting later this week, so all this is still something that's evolving, so it may change a little bit. But I've also got a group called Hollywood Nights, which is a Bob Seger tribute band, and an Aerosmith band, and a guy that's driving me crazy who does a Blues Brothers imitation. So he calls me 3 times a day from Ohio. Masco Corporation, a local Taylor and worldwide company, has come forward as the sponsor of the fireworks. Fago's going to come out and do some free sampling of energy drink and sodas for the kids. Hanson Windows and either McDonald's or Tim Hortons will going to do some sampling. We've got a program that Taylor Schools has bought into with the radio stations, I think to support their reading program. I don't have full details on that. Of course, Taylor Ford and Westside Distributors, who are the local beer distributor here in the area. And just to give you a little flavor for the event, and I'm done. As far as the food vendors go, because we want people to come in and eat, we need to generate revenue to pay the bills for this. This is a private enterprise, and we can only spend the money that we're able to generate to make the event better.